Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we received a hotfix for the live stable 1.4.1 patch, and it contains multiplayer and single player additions and fixes. So before we do start the video, I just want to inform you I've been up for like about 24 hours. I'm tired. So if I start rambling about something, or if I'm a little bit, if I sound a little bit weird, that's why. Just, quick disclaimer, right? But it's going to be a pretty quick video. I'm not going to try to drag it out. I'm going to just say what I got to say and be out of here, right? But as always, the script will be on the screen and also in the description. And the link to the hotfix announcement that was on their forums will also be down below. So here are the changes. So we're going to go with single player first and then multiplayer. So single player first, we fixed a crash that occurred when you asked the tavern keeper for available quests. Crash fixes are always good to see, minor or not, so it's a good to see. Next, we have fixed a bug where the player was able to speak with a notable or a noble, whichever one you want to call it, with the wrong menu button. Personally, I didn't notice this, but if someone did and it was reported, it's good that it was fixed. But personally, I don't know exactly what the button was that was wrong. Next, we have fixed a bug where a player can make war and peace decisions while they were a mercenary to a kingdom. Players being mercenaries have seen a lot of bugs recently. In the previous hotfix, the devs fixed player mercenaries having extra policies that they shouldn't have, and also having voting rights when they really shouldn't have that as well. That's pretty much what vassals and the ruler usually has, but mercenaries are not included in that. It's good to see another change to the player mercenary system. It's gotten a lot better recently because of these changes, so always good to see. Next, we have is minor bug fix to the KM decision system. This is very vague in my opinion. I have no clue what this is, but hopefully it makes things smoother and more stable. That's all we could wish for, but that's pretty much all it states right there. Now that's all the single player hot fixes. And now let's move on to the multiplayer. So first, you can now add in-game username when playing multiplayer. New players that just joined get a random name if they do not choose one, and names can be between 5 to 30 characters or letters. So that's exciting. It's a cool feature, and slowly the multiplayer is getting like basic features that to make it kind of modernized how we have like how modern multiplayer scenarios and systems work. So it's slowly getting there. It has a lot more way to go, don't get it wrong. There's a lot of problems and a lot of bugs in multiplayer, but it's slowly getting the features right. Next, we have server side improvements. Hopefully this makes the servers more stable. Like I said, multiplayer is kind of rocky right now, and a lot of players have quit because of it, but hopefully this is a step in the right direction. Next, we have a problem with this is what they stated. So they had a problem with 6-player parties being kicked out of the siege search pool because they have not been queued for a long time. It's a good fix. It seems kind of random, but if this was a problem, people have reported it. It's good that they pretty much gave it a hot fix. And if this makes finding games easier and quicker, then I'm all for it. Next, we have custom games now have auto team balance. Another good multiplayer addition, like the one I stated before with the usernames. Another good addition. So, if a lot of people leave on your team or stuff like that, it's going to get the proper auto team balance that it, needs. I think they have had it before. Sorry, I think this is a multiplayer fix. I think they had it before, but it wasn't working the right way, so it's been fixed now. Next, we have fixed barriers so players do not go out of the map as easy as they did. Hopefully they change this in single player too, because every time there's a big siege, like let's say I'm sieging a garrison of like 500 troops, there will usually be one troop stuck in a wall somewhere, and then I have to retreat and then attack the castle or a town again, and it's just a bother. Hopefully they get it is random, it only happens sometimes, right? But hopefully they do fix it for single player as well. But it's a good fix for multiplayer. Lastly, we have fixed a bug that let games be created twice. So I think this has to do with multiplayer private games maybe, where they were created twice. So it's a good fix, you know, overall. And that's pretty much all the changes for this hotfix. And before you comment, I understand these probably aren't the fixes you want to see. I understand they're small fixes. They don't address the big problems of the game and stuff like that, but they do make the game more stable. Big updates are underway. The devs have stated they are underway. You know, they're almost ready to put it out. And I think the devs are releasing this or maybe a couple more hotfixes before the eventual big patch. I say this because I think that they are getting close, if not finished, with the code refactor that they were talking about earlier. Code refactor being pretty much simplifying complex code so it's easier to build off in the future, right? If you didn't know exactly what that was. But I'm not a coder, but that's pretty much like the description that, you know, I was told is okay to use. So if they are still working, I said if they were still working on it, then I don't think they would release a hotfix because obviously the code wouldn't be done at that point. So in my opinion, I think we will see it soon. But I mean, we'll see like the big update soon. But yeah, we shall see. You know, my opinion isn't law, so who knows. Lastly, I'm going to end this video in the same way that I end most of my hotfix update videos. I want to thank the developers for staying active and bringing good changes. Yes, these might not be the changes that you want to see, but they let us know why it's been taking so long, because it is the code, because of the code refactor. So they did keep us up to date. So I appreciate that. And like always, it is an early access game. Do not expect the beta branch of the game to be stable. It's the beta branch that was meant for playtesting and reporting. Now, if you would like to play in a stable environment, please play on a stable live patch of the game. I've stated it before, devs have stated it before. Now, if you're wondering how to revert back to a stable patch, the link to a video that I've made will be down below. It's very simple. It's a couple steps, and you could do it if you've bought the game on Steam. And yeah, hopefully this was informative. Ask me any questions, and like always, stay safe.